weekly meeting. Charles is actually in the air flying back from Florida. He attended the family reunion, KW's family reunion this past week, and he's really excited in what he's learned, and he's going to be sharing a lot of that with this Saturday's Fast Start School. Remember that it's going to be this Saturday at the AmeriFirst building from 9 to 1. We need you to please pre-register so we can get a head count of that. I will put the link in the chat so everyone has it.
Hello, Summer.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Back, Kenneth.
Good.
Made it. Oh my gosh. How's everybody doing? Look at it. Goodness gracious, everybody's here.
So I was just saying, I was talking about Fast Start School, and Charles is coming back from Florida and has a lot to share with us this weekend. So for those who are attending, the link is now in the chat room. So please pre-register so that we have a complete head count. We've got a lot of exciting things we're going to be covering this Saturday. So please join us. We want to start off with accolades, and Yvonne, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, good evening, everybody. I only have, and if I've missed somebody, I apologize. But Miriam had a closing on Friday, and then she got a listing today. So congratulations to Miriam. Walise had a closing on Friday. So congratulations to her. And I know Cece and Miriam, they have closings later on this week as well. So we'll congratulate them for that next week as well. Also, from now on, if you guys get a listing or a closing, please send that to me. Let me know so we can put it on, we can post it and recognize you guys and let the team know how good you guys are doing. Also, like Mark said, we encourage everybody to bring your guests to the Fast Start School on Saturday. It's going to be something exciting. And if you have a guest, make sure you register them as well. So that's about it that I have. I'll hand it over back to Mark or Kenneth.
All right. Thank you for that. Jason, are you there?
I am indeed. I was just texting in the chat log, so I had to switch toggle back over. How's it going?
Good. Can you give us a kind of an update of what's going on this past week or so?
Well, I don't have any new stats or anything to share with you guys. It was a 3-day weekend. A lot of people were out, either out of town or actually, I think just a lot of people were out of town. But there was a flurry of open houses and some activity. So I think the people that were serious buyers were staying in town, and the people that were vacationing went to Vegas or went to wherever they're going on the 3-day weekend. So I think we're seeing just a little tiny momentary uptick in offers and activity because of the 3-day weekend. Other than that, something that I heard today on a podcast, which really struck me, and I thought I would just share it with you guys, is actually a podcast with a poker pro, but now he's kind of branched out of poker and he does investments. He actually does a lot of real estate investing. And he said, whether it's poker or whether it's investing, finances, you have to play the long game and you have to have systems. That's something I always talk about. We always talk about that, right? Systems. And he said, you will not rise to the level of your goals. You will not rise to the level of your goals. You will always fall to the level of your systems, which makes sense if you think about it. I think it's words to live by. The long game, right? like Mike Tyson says, to put it more eloquently, Mike Tyson basically says everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, right? So you have to rely on your systems to back you up when you shoot for the stars and you might fall short. You fall back onto your systems. And if your systems are super, super strong, then you should have nothing to worry about. And so not to carry on, but systems like follow-up routines, like Ricky Camus is fond of saying, the fortune isn't a follow-up. I picked that one up from him. And that's a good mantra. Having your simple things like email newsletters, having your 3 to 5 people that you text or call every day input in your calendar and in your phone. So it's an automatic reminder every day of the month, recurring monthly. Simple things like that, guys. If you use a system like BombBomb or, for videos, if you're doing social media ads, just systematize it, set it and forget it, walk away. And that system will take care of you when you fall on a slow month, or when you have that 1 or 2 or 3 buyers that fall through and decide just to rent for the next year because they're fatigued. So set up your systems, and guys, I'm big on that. Reach out to me if you need some ideas. And I just thought I'd share that with you. Thanks for giving me the moment.
Right. Thanks, Jason. For those who didn't see, the stats that did come out this week is for the 2021, the national average of home prices increased nationwide at 18%. The Phoenix market was the fastest growing market percentage-wise at 32.5% for 2021, followed by Tampa, Florida, and Miami at around 29%. So the Phoenix market is still exploding, and I anticipate it to continue to explode. Kenneth, did you have something to add here?
I was just going to say, Mark, real quick, Tina Tambor's second stat as well. Last Friday, we had the Tina Tambor call. I think a lot of you guys were on it, but she seconds that information and those statistics.
Right. So, Ricky Camus, are you, did you go back into the spa, or are you available?
I'm sorry, Mark. What'd you say?
I was saying, did you go back in the spa? Or are you available to kind of give us some market updates?
He's skinny dipping in the spa right now.
What's up, Jay? Hey, you want to cruise by? Hey, water's warm.
I just left.
Party at my house. Hey, Mark, it's great. I'm leaving at 5 in the afternoon to go sit in the spa, read a book, chill out.
Chill out.
Cheers. Hey, listen, rates are up. So what? I locked the loan today at 4.875.
Wow.
4.875. I locked one yesterday at 5 1/8. It is what it is. And it is what it's going to be. You can't be afraid. You can't talk people into, the fact that the rates are going to come down or come back, because they're not. And a lot of people are actually jumping in because they think rates are going to go up even more. And they are. It's not done. The feds haven't even increased the Fed fund rate yet, which that's going to go up a full percent. Right. So you just got to deal with it and talk to people about, the time value of money. And the last I checked, the interest on rent is 100%. So anything less than 100% is better for them. Even if rates go to 18, like when Mark and Kenneth bought their first homes. Am I lying?
No, close.
I think I was at 12.
You're at 12? Okay, so maybe Kathy, I think she probably got in there at 18, right? So anything
I am, Ricky.
Huh?
How old do you think I am, Ricky?
I think you're 34.
Good answer.
Yes.
Anything less than 100 is great. They're winning. They're gaining appreciation. They're paying off an asset. Like there's so much to this, and people who I'm sure some of you have listings that where they're going to be getting a bunch of money. Instead of taking all that money and putting it into one asset, multiply that out. Put 5% down on a primary and then put 20 on a couple of new investment properties. With investment properties, you can use market rent at 75% of whatever the market rent is. Does anyone know what market rent is now? I know Mark does because he's gouging people right now with where they're at. I know Kenneth is, right?
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Rents are nuts. So even 75% of where market rent is going to cover the payment, even if it's at 5 and an 8. These are the things you need to be educating your past clients on, your current clients on, and your sellers on. And by the way, they don't have to just buy in Arizona. They could buy in Maryland, $150,000 to $180,000 houses, collecting $2,000 a month in rent. They could buy in Indiana, right in Indianapolis. I'm looking at 2 properties right now, both less than $150,000, both $1,600 a month in rent. You can put money anywhere when you are buying real estate. And last I checked, can't you refer that to somebody and get a little referral fee? And you took care of your client, and now you're creating legacy money for your clients. That's where the advice comes in. That's where your license comes in to help people why they're paying you for the job that you're doing. Does that make sense? So guys, use me as a resource for a lot of this. I've bought and sold millions and millions and millions of dollars of real estate. I've bought companies and sold them. I've bought commercial buildings and sold them and leased them out. And I bought commercial buildings, leased them all out. Before I even closed, I sold it. There's lots of strategies where you guys can jump in and make money with what you're doing in real estate. You just got to get in the game. You got to get off the bench, right? What questions do you have? I know you got to have some questions. Unless you own 10, 12, 15 rentals and you've done a bunch of rental properties, then I would maybe say this is old news to you. But if you haven't, if you've done one kind of flip, if you've bought one kind of property and leased it out and haven't done Airbnb, you need to ask questions. Knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more you can speak eloquently and educated to your clients and your past clients. Calling your past client. Hey, Bill, sold your house last year or sold your house 2 years ago. Your property went up, $150,000. Listen, I just ran into this strategy that if you pull out $100,000 and you go buy an investment property, here's what that looks like. Right now, you're not earning any money on the money that's locked up in your house. Nothing. You're not earning anything. Nothing. Do you want to earn 12% on that money or nothing? Right? I could preach this till I'm blue in the face, and then say, hey, ask me questions. You want to know the only one who calls me and asks me questions religiously? Kenneth and Charles. Now, I know Charles is through Mark, right? So those two are like, it's like twins. You know what I mean? So they're connected, right? But you're talking about 3 of the most successful guys I know that are constantly asking me about this type of investing. But nobody else does. Why is that? Is it because you don't know? You don't know what to ask? You don't know what you don't know?
Ricky,
that's fine.
No
Just
one wants
get
to bother.
uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
I think the word that will bother you, you're busy and nobody wants to.
I'm begging you to call me and ask me questions. I'm begging you.
Okay, you'll be
I
sorry.
want you to be successful. I want you to sell more real estate. I want you to have these abilities and to ride off into the sunset with a bigger